Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary and I talk about faith, marriage and lifestyle. Thank you for joining and thank you so much for your support always. If you're new here, you are welcome and feel at home. So in today's video, I'm going to share on preparing for a marriage, not just a wedding. I think a lot of people get focused on weddings and forget about the marriage. Being engaged, a lot of talk and plannings, revolves around wedding. The wedding is very important. However, the wedding itself is not the most important thing. The marriage is the most important thing. If you plan and prepare for a wedding but forget to prepare for the marriage itself, you have already failed. Whether you are single, in a relationship, or planning a wedding, make sure you focus on the important thing, which is marriage. Instead of dreaming about a perfect wedding someday in the future, put your thoughts, efforts, even and prayers into having a beautiful marriage, because how much you are prepared about something determines the outcome of it. And marriage is just like a house. How much you are prepared to build that house will determine how lasting that house how long that house will last. So this is the best time. Don't just focus on planning or preparing for a wedding. Preparing for how much, how beautiful you want that day to be, because wedding is just a one day thing, and after that ceremony, after that honeymoon, you'll be there facing life as a husband or a wife, and how much you're prepared to have that marriage will determine the outcome of that marriage. I believe none of us wants to have a failed marriage, and if you desire to have a good marriage, you need to prepare for it. And this preparation, nobody will do it for you, not even your parents or even your spiritual, like your pastor. Nobody will do it for you. They might just help you or just guide you, but it is up to you to prepare for the kind of home you want, to prepare the kind of marriage you want. And this is the best time, now that you are engaged, or now that even if you are not in relationship, or you are not in any relationship, you are single, this is the best time for you to prepare. You cannot prepare enough. Even if you have already prepared, do it more, because preparation, you cannot say that I've prepared enough to have a glorious home. No, prepare and prepare. And in this video, I'm going to share some of the questions I believe you need to answer yourself even before getting married, so that this is the part of preparation for you to have a glorious marriage. And the first question you need to ask yourself as a single person, or as a person who want to get married: how is your personal relationship with God? You need to answer this question very well. Is your personal relationship with God consistent, or is it strong enough to sustain you through disappointments, and hard times? Because let me just be honest with you, when it comes to marriage, you will have some disappointments, they will have some hard times. And a personal relationship with God is what will sustain you, or it is that relationship with God that will help you to go those through disappointments. Don't think that even your spouse may disappoint you in marriage. And during that time, it is only your relationship with God. It's only God that it's only God that will help you to go through those disappointments, or go through those hard times. And this is the best time for you to grow in your relationship with God. Don't say that when I get married, I will get to know God more and more. No, this is the best time for you to grow your relationship with God, because that one will help you when it comes to marriage. So as a single person, prepare on how, ask yourself, how is your personal walk with God? Your walk with God as a single person, or as a person not married, it needs to be stronger and stronger, because this is the time that your time, you have all your time. Nobody's sharing your time with you. You have no children, and there's nobody, no man or no woman in your life. So your time, utilize your time very well. And the first thing is grow your personal relationship with God, and this one will help you. Another thing you need to ask yourself, is God's love alone enough for you? When it comes to marriage, or in life generally, nobody can complete you. And most of the time, as single people, think that when you get married, your spouse is going to complete you. I'm here to tell you that nobody will complete you, not even your spouse, your husband, or your wife. It's only in Christ that we are complete. So you need to ask your life, if you are going to marriage, just because you are going there for that man or for that woman to complete you, you are very low. So you need to ask yourself, as you are preparing for that wedding, is God love enough for you? Because if that God, sometimes, people fail because they think that, no, someone loves me, that man does not love me more. If you know that God loves you more, you are not going to look for any love somewhere else. And that is why some singles feel inferior, because they think that, the married people, their love, God love, they are loved more. But that is wrong, because, if you know that God's love alone is enough for you, you will not feel inferior. So you need to ask this question: is God's love enough for you? Because if this is not the case, if you get married, you are going to be disappointed, because that woman or that lady, that woman or that man is not going to love you complete the way you expect. Only God loves you perfectly. Nobody will love you, nobody will love you perfectly. Only God does that. So you need to ask this question. Don't go into marriage because you think that someone is going to complete you. That is one of the wrong reasons to get married. And if you want to know more on wrong reason to get married, just check one of my videos I did on this topic. Another question you need to ask yourself, as you prepare for marriage, or you are planning for your wedding: what do I need to change? There are things, as a single people or the unmarried people, you need to change before getting married. There are habits you need to change. Things like, some of us are proud. Nobody can talk to us. We need to to ask God to help us to change some of those behaviors, because if you are proud, there is, in marriage, it might not be easy for you. You need, as a woman, you need to be, you are going under someone else authority as a husband. So if you are proud, it's going to be hard for you. So there are simple, I know that there are some habits you need. Maybe you get angry quickly. Anger, this spirit of anger is not good. So you need to check some of the habits, and ask God to help those things, to take them away. Because if you get them into you get if you get married with some of those habits, it's going to be hard for you. And if you are a single person, there are habits, there are people you cannot marry with such habits. Don't marry someone who is proud, because don't marry someone who is like, who gets angry quickly. Because these people, these are the some of the things that singles think that when we get married, the person will change. No, he cannot change, she cannot change. If it is time to change, let them change before marriage. Don't say that, no, let us just get married, maybe in marriage the person will change. No, he will not change. If someone is hot tempered, in a relationship, you are dating now, and somebody is hot tempered, and you think that when it gets to marry, that person will change. No, he will not change. The thing will be magnified. So these are some of the things you need to change as a single person, and before getting married. Don't get married to a person who think, with some of the habits you think that they will change. They will not change. Let them change before marrying them or getting married to them. And I pray that God will help you. And another thing you need to know is, how this is all about ladies. How are your cooking skills? Because I don't say, no man is going to eat love. They need food. So as a young lady, you need to have some cooking skills. Know about some recipes. You cannot know everything, but know some things, some recipes that you are going to cook for that man, because that man will need to eat. So these are the simple things that you need to know. Even cleaning, cleaning skills. Learn those skills, because when it get to marriage, it is not about only love. Every man will need a clean house, every man will need food. So know how to do these small things. Know how budgeting skills, these small skills. As a man, have something, know how to do these budgeting skills, and this one will help you. Don't just prepare for a wedding. These are the preparation that you need to know, and I believe that these questions will help you. You can also need, what can you do to prepare for the future that God has for you? And this is the best time for you to discover those things, because you are not married yet. You've just focused on that thing, or what God, now that you have discovered God's plan for you, what do you need to do for that purpose to be fulfilled? This is the best time for you to do those things, because you have all the time. When you get married, it might be difficult for you, because you have a spouse and you have maybe children. It will be difficult for you. So this is the best time for you. Don't just plan wedding, where you want to be, reception, food, and all those things. No, prepare for a marriage, because it doesn't matter how big your wedding is. If you have not prepared for a marriage, after 2 days, 3 days, and your marriage will fail. And I'm sure you don't want your marriage to fail. So if you don't want to prepare, you don't want your marriage to fail, prepare for it. And how much you are prepared for something determines, the outcome of it. Preparation is all about, laying the foundation, laying the foundation of the kind of a house you want. The kind of foundation you lay determine the height of that house. So if you lay a solid foundation now, that is preparing for marriage, your house is going to last. Okay, challenges will come on your way, but if the foundation is sure, no matter the storms, the house will not fail. They will not fall. So it is good for you now to lay that foundation, which is preparation, and I pray that God will give you grace to do that. And if you want to know more on how to prepare before marriage, I have that video. Just click on the link in the description to watch that video on how to prepare for marriage, and I know you will enjoy it and you will find it helpful. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for all your support always. If you have gotten something in this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, kindly click on that red button written subscribe, and click on the bell beside there, so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be among those that will be notified. And if you have something you want me to know, or you have gotten something in this video, kindly don't hesitate to comment in the comment box. And if you can share this video to those who need it, I will be very grateful. Thank you so much for your time, and see you in my next video. Bye.